Hello gamers, with its addictive action, frantic first-person shooter combat, massive arsenal of weaponry, RPG elements and 4-player co-op, Borderlands series is a breakthrough experience that challenges all the conventions of modern shooters. But if you played the series and like the genre, we've got you there. We will be looking at some of the games in which you will be looting and shooting until the end. So without wasting any time, let's show you the games. Number 7. Shadow Warrior 2. Shadow Warrior 2 is an exciting and fun looter shooter that rewards upgrading and experimentation with weapons and gear to achieve monstrous damage and obliterate foes with a vast variety of weapons. From swords to miniguns to pistols to LMGs to rocket launchers to shotguns to even chainsaws. This game has an immensely fun combat system that interprets Parker with intensely violent yet fluent fighting mechanics. There is a story but is pretty plain. This game has a pretty average story length, about 7 hours, but with side quests and DLC, you can squeeze about 20 to 25 hours in your first play though. Another amazing thing about Shadow Warrior 2 is the entire game is co-op for up to 4 players and the difficulty increases per player, very similar to Borderlands. Number 6. Fallout 4. The older Fallout games are timeless classics, but Fallout 4 makes it on the list for the changes it makes to the formula. Instead of shaping the narrative through choices and ethical dilemmas, the 2015 game instead switches focus to exploration and combat. Some bemoan this change in identity, but it feels more like dungeon crawler these days, making it more akin to Borderlands than the prior titles. Narrative and dialogue still feature heavily throughout the story, though, so veteran fans aren't left completely in the dust. Number 5. Warframe. Warframe isn't as complicated as it seems. Just has a weird interface and a lot of systems in place. Almost stacked on each other. Gameplay is fun once you get the hang of it. Flying around like a space ninja. It has exploded in popularity over the past few years. Collaborate to complete procedurally generated missions, upgrading their capabilities as they progress. Warframe has one of the best online communities, and the game is receiving constant updates, with the developers consistently adding exciting new features via expansions that shake up the gameplay and narrative. It provides a similar buzz to Borderlands and is well worth a look if you want an ambitious looter shooter that gives you plenty of reasons to come back for more. Number 4. S.T.A.L.K.E.R. They aren't exactly looter shooters, but I'll throw in a suggestion for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R games. They're single-player FPS where you steadily find new guns and equipment as you play through the story and explore post-apocalyptic Ukraine. No skills talent trees, but you get a good selection of guns, armors and mysterious magical artifacts to choose from and can sorta tailor your playstyle that way. And in the second and third games you can upgrade your guns in various ways too. Also they get pretty spooky if that's your sort of thing. Number 3. Dying Light. Techland left the Dead Island IP behind and started a new zombie survival series. Dying Light takes all the best things from its spiritual predecessor and fixes all the jank. Additionally, movement is highly improved, with players given the ability to jump and run across rooftops while avoiding the undead. A sequel, Dying Light 2, is on the horizon, which promises a deeper story where decisions severely impact the plot. With Chris Avellone as the narrative designer, there's no reason to believe they won't deliver on this ambition. Number 2. Tom Clancy's The Division. The first Division launched to a rough start, but gets great after they fixed it. Loot and progression system is really good. Gameplay is rather clunky, and cover mechanics can get stale. But the developer kept their heads down and worked to bring the product to quality. With The Division 2, they used all those lessons previously learned to give fans a great game out of the gate. The ruined Washington, D.C. setting makes for the perfect backdrop to the chaos occurring throughout the world. The multiplayer shooter has something for everyone. Newcomers tackle the story missions with friends, while hardcore players can spend their time in dark zones where the stakes are high, but the loot is more valuable. Number 1. Destiny 2. If you are picking this game for the first time, you are going to be amazed by the storytelling, music and the lore behind almost each gun. Easily the most popular looter shooter since Borderlands. The first Destiny was easily better than the second, but that doesn't mean it lost grip on the second installment. The game is unique, have a great soundtrack, and is promising. You had several planets to explore, and the music gave you a great feeling of mystery, but potential for every place. I recommend this game for people who enjoy first-person shooters, aliens, space and fun. A perfect relaxing game for stressful days. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. And if you find the video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.